Woo! Welcome back to Plant-Based Brand Karma Healing Nursery. Wild Hearts! Woo! Here we are once again with our daily dose of barefoot in the forest. And there's my girl. She's up ahead as usual. So we're going to be back on these 3 health hacks on how to stay happier, healthier, and more harmonious. I see a lot of people right now being drawn to organic fruits, veggies, seeds, nuts, legumes, beans, and whole grains. I've really noticed a shift in it. And for me, that's that's where my energy comes from. Full power! Because I eat living food. If it's dead, cooked, anything that's cooked over 114 degrees is dead. There's no nutrients in it. If you think about it, we're the only animals on this planet that cook our food. Everybody else eats raw. And eating raw is not simple, but it's phenomenal. And you find out in a very short time how much your health is better, how much your happiness is increased, and how you're feeling way more harmonious. Buenas tardes. It's got so many amazing repercussions. So, it's a big step. If you're a meat eater, I was a meat eater until I was 35. 36, I became vegetarian. Then I was vegetarian for a decade. And then I became vegan. And then I tried raw. Love raw. I'm mostly raw. I eat a little bit of cooked stuff, but very little. Some stuff you have to cook, like potatoes, butternut squash. Some things are hard to eat raw. But yeah, I do my best to eat as raw as possible. Less is more too. Realizing once again, we've talked about intermittent fasting lots on my channel, Wild Hearts, because that's a big part of energy levels is digestion. And your serotonin comes from your belly and goes up to your mind. So if you have a happy belly, you have a happy life. That's basically the bottom line. If you have an unhappy belly, you have an unhappy life, because you're not feeding your soul, you're feeding your whole. I always like to say this: you can either feed your tongue, your taste buds, which is this big, or you can feed your body, which is the rest of it. Because just feeding your tongue is certainly satisfying at the time, but in the long run it ends up costing you, because you lose health. And without your health, the life sucks. It doesn't matter how much money you have. I can give you an example. I have a billionaire uncle, but he's got horrible health. And do you think he's happy? No. But he's got lots of money. Does that help him? No. Gets him the best doctors and the best pills, but doctors and pills don't cure things. If they did, we wouldn't have the worst epidemic of unhealthy people that has ever been on this planet. But it's because of all of the processed food that people are consuming. But if it's in a package, don't eat it. It's dead. Everything here needs to breathe. And if it's in a package, it can't breathe. If it's in a tin, it can't breathe. Don't eat that crap. They put so much poison, that's the rich people, in that food to make us crazy, unhealthy, unhappy, and fully unharmonious. It's part of the agenda. The agenda is to take over the world and to make us slaves because we don't have the big bucks. Right? So we haven't done the work. Bullshit. This is the work. The real work is getting out in nature. I got a huge bag of sticks here that I collected. And that's for the garden. That's all going to be for my biochar later. And and just being outside, being grounded, to the earth with your bare feet is so good for you. Well, rich people like to solve problems with money, not with action. So that's why I'll never see myself as one of those people. And the other thing too is that my rich uncle, he's not a sharing man at all, even in the least. He's a hoarding man, and that's what he's here for, is to take, not to give. I came here to give. That's why I have this channel. And I love everybody that leaves me some comments and messages. It warms my heart, especially on my lives. I do lives Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'd like to do it at a specific time, but unfortunately that's not an option for me because of where I live here in the Mexican mountains. It is quite often in the morning. We don't have internet, or sometimes no electricity. It's about a 50-50 shot. So I get in it when I can. But really, really, really pay attention to what you're eating, especially at this time as we're shifting into the fifth dimension. The fifth dimension isn't a place. It's your heart. It's your heart. It's moving into your heart. It's not a location. We're not going to a different location. We get to enjoy this location more because the energy is increasing. That's what the fifth dimension means, is we're taking on more energy. And we're taking on more energy as a species, as people, like people. When the tuk-tuks, we're taking on all kinds of new experiences that we're unaware of. So, but it's just being open to that and being alive, alert, aware, and excited. I did the evolution of fear on my last podcast. And as I like to say, fear, feeling excited and ready. Yeah, full power. That's what it means. That's what fear is. There is no fear. I believe it was Viktor Frankl. All that the only thing to fear is fear itself, because we create it in our mind. It does not exist out here in the world. But with our thoughts, we can make anything real. It's amazing because we're creators. Whether you want to admit it or not, you're a creator. And your experience is your creation. And your body is a mirror of your thoughts. Period. Nothing else. Nothing. And all of the choices that you've made over your life, they show up in your body. You can't hide them. People think that they can hide stuff. We're transparent. You can see right through the bullshit. That's why I call this the bullshit revolution. No more bullshit. Bullshit has run its course, and the bullshitters are sick, unhappy, unhealthy, and unharmonious. So give up the bullshit. Just do what's right. Do what's real. Do what's organic. Like this one. Hey, Snurgle, you're the best. I love you. And live your life to the fullest. Do what brings you joy. Bring joy into the world. Don't put stress into the world. The world doesn't need any more stress. It just needs more joy. And you can embody that. Well, you are embodying that. That's the Yeshua of you. Joy. That's another one of my favorite acronyms. If you've tuned into my channel at all, you realize that I love acronyms. That's my favorite. All right, so I'm going to stay here in the shade for a second just so I can have a picture. Once again, I'm so grateful for you tuning into my channel, Plant-Based Brent. It's a pleasure to meet you. If for any reason you'd like to discuss anything, please just leave a message and we'll connect. I really, really, really love comments on my videos. So if you want to comment about anything, please do that. It warms my heart and it helps me with YouTube. The algorithms get my videos out to more people. Sharing is caring. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and like this video, because I love you. And have an amazing day, because you're a beautiful, wonderful spiritual being, divine spiritual being, having a human experience. Until next time, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Woo!